Hiring. Let's be honest, for a lot of companies, it's just pure chaos, a frantic rush every time a spot opens up. But what if? What if you could turn that chaos into a calm, predictable, and best of all, repeatable system? Well, in this explainer, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build that hiring engine together, piece by piece. Let's dive in.
So let's start with a really simple but really revealing question. Just think about the last time you had to hire someone. Was it a clear, strategic process from the very beginning to the very end? Or was it more of a mad scramble to just get a person in a seat? Your answer to that question says everything, and it's exactly why having a structured playbook is so critical.
And this slide right here, it really puts the stakes in black and white. On the left, you've got that all-too-common scramble. You know the drill. Vague job descriptions, candidates waiting weeks for feedback, and that frustrating revolving door of new hires who just don't stick around. But on the right, with a playbook, the entire picture changes. Roles are crystal clear, the process is fast and respectful, and you build a scalable system that actually leads to high retention. The difference isn't just a small improvement, it's a total transformation. So, where do we start? Well, the first, and I'd argue the most crucial step, is laying a rock-solid foundation. And no, this isn't about just throwing up a job ad. It's about creating a detailed blueprint of exactly who and what you need long before that search even begins. It all starts right here. Instead of just replacing the person who left, a skills gap analysis forces you to pause and ask a much smarter question. What skills does our team actually need to win right now and in the future? You might realize you don't need another generalist. Maybe what you really need is someone with killer data visualization skills to unlock your next level of growth. This simple step makes you hire for the future, not just the past.
Okay, so once you know what you need, you can create the perfect bait. And that starts with the job description, or the JD. I mean, just look at how comprehensive this is. It's not just a boring list of tasks. A great JD tells a story about the company. It clearly defines the role's purpose, and it's totally transparent about the important stuff, like salary and location. This level of clarity is like a magnet for the right people.
And I love this way of thinking about it. Your job description is your first interview. It's your first filter. A really great one makes the right person lean in and go, wow, that's me. While it politely tells the wrong person, hey, this probably isn't for you. That simple act of self-selection saves everybody a ton of time, and it sets the professional tone from the get-go.
Okay, foundation is laid, job description is written. Now for the big question. Where do you actually find these ideal candidates? This brings us to the art of sourcing. And the most important rule here is that one size does not fit all. Your strategy has to change based on the role you're trying to fill.
This illustrates that two-lens technique perfectly. I mean, look at the difference. On one side, for those super specialized tech roles, it's a precision game. Think of it like being a sniper. You're hunting on platforms like GitHub with very specific search strings. But for high-volume service roles, you're casting a wide net, like a fishing trawler, across the big job boards and social media. Using the wrong lens means you're looking in all the wrong places.
And just to make that tech sourcing a little more real, here's a concrete example. This is a Boolean search string. Now, yeah, it kind of looks like code, but it's really just a powerful way to tell a platform like LinkedIn exactly who you want, filtering out all of the noise. This is how you find that needle in a haystack.
Now, on the flip side of that coin, for your high-volume roles, technology is your absolute best friend. I mean, can you imagine trying to manage thousands of applicants by hand? No way. Instead, you use tools that blast your job out everywhere at once, have AI chatbots instantly engage with candidates, and automatically screen that inbound flood. It's all about achieving incredible speed and efficiency, while actually improving the quality of who you talk to.
So you found your candidates. They're in the pipeline. Now, how do you figure out who's truly great? This brings us to the interview stage. And this shouldn't be a rigid one-size-fits-all process. A good playbook designs the interview process to reveal the specific talents you need for that specific role.
For a technical role, yeah, the process is often a gauntlet, and honestly, for good reason. It's a deep, multi-stage journey that can take over a month. Just look at this flow. From coding tests to deep technical dives and multiple conversations, each step is a deliberate filter designed to rigorously test those hard skills. This is a process you simply can't rush.
But now look at the contrast. For a high-volume role, it's a sprint. The whole goal is to go from posting a job to making an offer in maybe 1 or 2 weeks.
The steps are way fewer, screening is almost always automated, and the focus is on speed and efficiency to lock in great talent before a competitor snags them. Two very different roles, two very different but equally strategic processes.
But here's the key. It's not just about the number of steps. It's about the type of evaluation. You wouldn't ask a sales associate to do a live coding test, right? Of course not. You match the assessment to the skill you're testing. Role-playing for sales, practical tests for QA engineers, and mock calls for customer support. This is how you see what people can actually do, not just what they say they can do on their resume.
You know, so many companies think their job is done the second the offer is signed. Big mistake. The best playbooks know the work isn't over. They extend into the final, critical phase, onboarding. Because hiring someone is absolutely useless if you can't keep them. This is all about winning those first 90 days.
And the data on this is, frankly, pretty sobering. A huge chunk of employees who quit do it within their first few weeks, and the cost is staggering. Studies show that replacing a brand new hire can cost 1.5 to 2 times their annual salary. If a new person feels lost or unsupported, they're gone, and that huge investment just walks out the door. Suddenly, a great onboarding process isn't a nice-to-have anymore, it's your best defense against attrition.
So what should you be aiming for? Here's your COP AI, your key performance indicator. The goal is to keep that 90-day attrition rate below 10%. Having a clear, measurable target like this focuses everyone's efforts on making sure that new hire experience is a success.
And this is how you hit that goal. You know the saying, what gets measured gets managed. You use data. Modern platforms let you track how new hires are feeling, their engagement levels, all in real time. You can see trends, get feedback, and spot a disengaged employee before they decide to leave. It allows you to be proactive, not reactive.
So here's your action plan. Make that first-day paperwork painless with digital tools. Schedule mandatory check-ins. Don't leave it to chance. Pair new hires with a mentor. Use automated systems to celebrate their first week or their first big project. And crucially, show them they have a future by laying out clear paths for growth. This is how you turn a new hire into a loyal, long-term team member.
So, to bring it all home, let's just look at the classic mistakes that a good playbook helps you completely avoid. Vague job descriptions that attract the wrong people, slow processes that lose you the right ones, and a weak onboarding that drives them away after you've done all that work. And really, underpinning it all is just ignoring the data and failing to measure what actually matters. Which leaves us with this one final thought. A great hiring process should be like a fine mesh filter that efficiently identifies and captures top talent. But for too many companies, a chaotic, slow, or unclear process just acts as a barrier, frustrating and driving away the very people they need the most. So, which one is yours?